What's going on, everybody? Doug Lane here, Fast Lane Car Care. Hey, I'm going to show you guys my mobile setup for 23-ish. Let me flip you guys around here so you can check it out. Just picked up this new roller, this packout roller. Seems pretty slick. You can push this up. This goes like all the way up. Really nice. Handles on the side. It's got tie downs on it. This locks, obviously. I really don't care. But here's my current setup that I use like around the house. Well, really pretty much all the time. I made the decision for this year to go ahead and focus more on getting more commercial and residential sales. Flat glass jobs essentially. And what I figured out, whatever, you just don't need this big pouch when you're doing flat glass stuff. Like, there are so many tools in here, like the little foot. You don't really use the little foot on flat glass. Let me flip you over here onto the tripod and I'll show you a little bit more of what I got going on. Alright, so got my pouch here, got a couple Olfas, one for cutting, one for cleaning. Really great pouch. I believe I got this from Sun Distributing. This thing has more pockets than I even know what to do with. It's got pockets behind the pockets. It's got these ones here that are great for storing markers and all that kind of thing. The way I like to run this right now is, have my main squeegee, Fusion Hybrid, tucked in one pocket, and then I've got basically corner tools in this pocket right here. So little foot. I got my suede blade, which I normally keep in my back pocket once I actually start working, but tri-edges, easy reaches, all that good stuff. This one here is pretty much just for my shank and scrub pads. So the problem I have when I go from doing mobile to work here at my home garage, it never fails. I always forget something, and it may be something as stupid as spare 1-inch razor blades, or it could be something like a tape measure. I've done that a number of times. So what I really wanted to do, I've mentioned it on another video, but you haven't seen it yet. But anyway, what I've done is I ordered a van. So I was gonna wait and wait till the van got closer, because it's like 6 months wait until I got another set of tools. And I got to I just, the more I try to quit doing mobile work, the more people are willing to pay me to go do mobile work. So I thought, well, might as well just get, another set of tools. So the problem I have with the way I have everything set up, I got to make about 4 or 5 trips back and forth from my vehicle to to wherever I'm going, a customer's house, garage, whatever. So that's why I really wanted to get this roller, this packout roller. And with that, I want a dedicated set of tools, right? So that's the goal, to have a dedicated set of tools. So all I have to do is grab this kit, that roller or whatever, throw it in the vehicle, and I'm good to go. So I was gonna order another one of these, right? But I really don't need 13, heck, I think there's like 40 pockets on this thing. I really don't need that many pockets, right? Let me set this right here. So what I ended up doing while I was at the Home Depot, I got this husky. It's just a husky. Let me pull this tag off there. 6-pocket fabric pouch. They're not expensive at all. But here's the main reason why I wanted it, right? You're doing flat glass stuff. This squeegee doesn't fit in any other pocket. Like on that other pouch I just showed you, you've got to kind of stick it like this, right? And that's kind of annoying. So this, the way it sets up, I haven't got it all pulled apart. It'll sit here in the front. You still got a spot for a big squeegee if you wanted to. You can also run your keg in it, your keg handle, spray bottle, whatever. It's even got a little tape measure clip. I'll probably never use that part of it, but I still got a couple of different little pockets for various things. The thing I've noticed with flat glass, this isn't my first rodeo. I've been doing this for 6 years now. I started doing houses maybe 2 years in. Now, I'm not claiming to be a flat glass expert. My flat glass experience is small in comparison to other things. And I didn't turn the heater off. But what I've noticed is you don't need nearly as many tools for flat glass. You just generally need bigger tools. So I got this pouch here. And then what I've done, if you guys have seen my Tint tool drawer on my other videos, I have extra chiselers, I've got extra scrub pads, I've got extra shanks, I've got extra knives, I've got extra. So basically, I'm gonna set this pouch up for flat glass, and what I did, in another video you guys will see here pretty soon, I got 6-inch scraper. There you go, it's a Triumph handled scraper. Then I also grabbed another Fusion hybrid. This isn't really for flat glass stuff, but you could certainly use it, especially for your smaller windows, you know, your smaller decorative windows. A big 8-inch Fusion, you know, may not work. You know, spare razor blades, 1-inch blades. I basically, last time I ordered, I went ahead and just ordered an extra set of the most popular things I use. The things I use on every job pretty much no matter what. And I don't have everything I need right now. I need to keep building to this list. And I'm sure you guys know, the more you buy stuff, the more you're like, oh crap, I forgot that, or I forgot this. Spare carbon blades for the scraper. We got a big flat glass job coming up that I got to do some removal. I'm not really looking forward to it, but that's a whole different subject. Spare NT blades, because right, like I said, I've left the house, went to go tint some semis, and ended up, luckily I have 2 Olfas, because I didn't have a fresh blade for either one. So I had what I had in there, and I had to make it work. And if I would have made one more mistake, I'd have been trying to find a 1-inch razor and, and do the best I can, right? So yeah, so definitely picking up a set of those. They'll live in there, right? Titan, don't really care about the Titan too much. I used it, I had this a long time ago, like when I very first started, and I left it in a customer's car, and I wasn't really super impressed with it, but I thought, you know what, I'll order another one just in case, you know, just see how I like it or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I've used it a couple times since, and yeah, it's okay. I think I prefer, this is one of those things to me where you don't need it until you need it. Because sometimes you have to swipe sideways on a window, a piece of, you know, back glass or whatever, and sometimes the reach just doesn't have enough rigidity to it, and that's where I think the Titan is going to shine. It's kind of one of those things, like I said, I'm probably not going to use very often, but you can't go do a back glass without a bulldozer, in my opinion, or a full windshield, so definitely need a bulldozer. And like I said, I ordered a couple of, ordered new Easy, or what are these, Easy Reach Ultras? Yeah. 2 Easy Reach Ultras, because I love the Easy Reaches, and I also got another little foot, because sometimes, you know, you just need a little extra strength. Sun Distributing hooked me up with a free tack cloth. I've never used one of these before. I've seen people use them. You know, so I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm not 1000% sure how I'm going to set all this up yet, so I'm probably not going to bore you guys with all that, but here's another thing I bought. It's a 1/4-inch red line extractor, but it's on a Fusion 5-inch long handle, not the shorty. Pretty handy. I kind of like the long handle sometimes. It doesn't work out super great for automotive because sometimes, you know, this handle just gets in the way, but this is a really nice squeegee for your final pass on flat glass. I know you're not always going to need it, and you know, you probably could get away without ever using it. But in my opinion, the red line extractor doesn't really work very well for automotive because it's so stiff. If your glass has just any kind of curve to it, you're gonna leave streaks behind, and that can be a whole issue if you miss them. So yeah, we're gonna leave that in this box. I also carry an extra little 1/4-inch socket set, cheapo Craftsman. I'm sure you guys can tell by my shirt, I really do enjoy Cornwell tools. Not to say that you know, Snap-on, Mac, Matco, any of the professional brands are bad. I even do have some Harbor Freight stuff, don't get me wrong. But here's my thought process on this, because I'm notorious for leaving stuff behind once in a while. If I leave this $20, $25 socket set behind, or lose a socket out of it, not really a big deal. Where my $200 or $300 Cornwell socket set, if I lose a socket out of that and it's $30 to replace it or whatever, kind of a big deal. Or if I lose the whole damn set. But yeah, it's got your bits in it. Your common, you know, you got your T20 for rear view mirrors. I did pull the extension out of it, so we do need to replace that. I think that's in my other toolbox, but super handy. Bit driver, this is metric, which pretty much 99.9% of everything is. So, boom. Custom do not roll down stickers, or these are not custom, I'm sorry. I have the custom ones for here in the garage, but can't tell you how many times I've forgotten one of these. Like, not, didn't bring stickers, didn't bring masking tape. When you're working for people that understand, that know that, they've had tinted windows, they generally understand to leave them up. But right now here in Ohio, it's like, it's 43 out today so far. It's supposed to get up pretty warm, but it's like 30 overnight. So window tint can take quite a bit longer to cure in these up and down, back and forth conditions. So having do not roll down stickers is pretty important. And, don't feel like dragging out slabs of these ones. I really kind of got screwed when these ones were made, but that's a whole different video. Because this is how they came, and they, were damaged because they all got stuffed in a mailer, like a USPS mailer. So don't want to damage them further. With that order, I got the whole soak rope, soak shield, installer set. So this is the mini, like the mini, regular, and large, or whatever. I have the tendency to leave these down in dashboards. Expensive mistake, and I'm getting better at it. But I just went ahead and ordered the whole set, so that way if I do lose another one, I'm good to go. I can grab another one. Then, also, while I was at the depot, I got some Nicholson files, or yeah, Crescent brand Nicholson files. I got this flat one, and then I also got this little triangular deal. I am no filing expert, but I want to play with it on the shaved. I want to play with it to shave frameless windows. Yeah, there we go, get all that out. These will stay here at the house, at the home garage, shop, whatever you want to call it, because I'm not comfortable with doing this. You know what I mean? I've never really tried it, so we're going to learn that here. And then, they're like $8 a piece, so if, we get really good at it and we need to go out and do a Tesla or something like that, we can just throw another set in there, no big deal. Shop towels, dude, in my opinion, you can't have enough of these. These aren't going to live in this box. I'll probably keep one roll in there just because. But yeah, normally I buy these from Sam's Club. I get like a whole great big giant set for like not very much. These at Home Depot are like $7 for 3 rolls. Kind of crazy. 3-inch masking tape. Don't know that I'll be taping off any seals. Like window seals, doing flat glass stuff like that. But I needed to get this mainly for headliners. I should have grabbed 2 rolls. I don't know what I was thinking. That's what happens when you take your kids to Home Depot with you. You gotta get in and get out. But anyway, I need to get another roll of this. You can't, you know what I mean? You could use seam tape, your regular house wrap tape. Like if you wanted to tape off a windowsill or something like that. The problem with this is this stuff is super sticky, and what I would be concerned with is lifting paint. If you get, you put this on a painted part of drywall, could pull that paint off. Maybe not. I would say it's going to depend on the individual house. How old is it? What kind of paint is it? Blah, blah, blah. To me, I know this isn't going to do any damage, so I'd rather use it. Now, this isn't going to be waterproof, but I foresee using this to control dust more than control moisture. But there you go. So, it's also handy too. Like, let's say, here's a good example. I was at a newly constructed pole barn, and nobody's there. I'm just tenting this thing out myself. Owner's not there. It'd be really handy to take this piece of masking tape, right? Do not clean windows for 3 days or whatever, put this on like the windowsill, doorknob, something like that, to where they know, they're gonna see it. You could put your do not clean and roll down stickers on there, but that's probably gonna look kind of silly because they're like, this window doesn't roll down. But the thing I love about the packout stuff, dude, is it's modular, right? So I have another box, I have a third box, and I used to use this milk crate and this other box that I'm talking about when I did a lot of mobile stuff before. And it's just kind of heavy, right? You gotta, you know, I don't know. They're kind of heavy once they're loaded. These things aren't really light. I think the little crate's like, I can't even remember, but the crate on its own empty is not really that light. And then you stack the other box on top that's also not very light when it's empty. Then you go putting tools in them and now you're like, ugh, walking around. So that's why I wanted a roller. What's cool is it's got these kind of little stops on there so your lid's not flopping around. But now what I can do, now I can lock that in. I can wheel that to the customer's house, through their garage, whatever I need to do. And if I do need to take it apart, you know, to transport or whatever, that's fine. I plan on using this where in a setup that basically I'll be able to grab my tool pouch out. I'm ready for the job. Anything extra like paper towels or like extra paper towels, extra stuff, I plan on putting in this bottom roller. And so that way I'll always have them. Spare tape measure, spare heat gun. That was another thing. I know you don't really use that for flat glass, but I've also done that. You run, you know, you run out of the house, you get halfway to the customer's house and you realize I don't have a heat gun. Maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys are way more put together. You know, I don't know. What I also would like to do is set this all up in a way that I can set my keg in this case, in this top milk crate, and I can just roll everything but my towels in one go. Because I keep my towels in a laundry basket essentially. It's the easiest way for me to ensure that I have plenty. And then I can just roll everything into the house, go grab my towels, boom, 2 trips, done. When I get the van, that's gonna change even further. I wanna get a Rubbermaid cart. You know, you push and take the casters off and put like those like 5 or 6 inch inflatable tires on. Not really to roll in somebody's house, but a lot of times, you know, I'm rolling into a garage. Be super handy just to wheel that bad boy out of the van, have the keg on it, have the towels on it, your film, everything you need, just one swipe and go. It's just, I'm tinting out my 4Runner, so it's not gonna fit, right, period. And plus it'd be a pain to try to lift it up, even if it did clear height-wise. So that's why I said this is like the 23-ish mobile tinting setup deal that I got going on, because I am gonna change it out and upgrade it. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with where I put everything, you know, how I'm gonna have it all set up. I will go ahead and try to figure that out best I can right now off camera, and I'll bring you back and show you how it's gonna work. All right guys, obviously different outfit, different day. Like a dodo bird, total rookie. Made the mistake of turning on the GoPro, shooting the whole thing on this deal. Never hit record, so you'll have that, but that actually works out really well. Because I was just going to show you the final setup, but obviously I already had a flat glass job, so I actually got to use it. And let me show you guys what I got going on here. Pretty simple. Really dig this. Obviously, as you can see, you got the keg in here. You've got enough room. Tomorrow I got another flat glass job. Gotta do some removal, so got my ATR, got my ready to go spray bottle, but if I need to mix up more, got that. Got shop towels, glass cleaner, right, you know, just boom, just right there, ready to roll. And I'm gonna need both hands for this, so pretty simple. The keg will not fit in my vehicle in here, so I do have to take that out. But when I get to where I'm going, like, you know, inside of wherever I'm working, pretty simple. Boom. Like showed you guys, I got the pouch. Not super thrilled with the pouch. I mean it works, but the way it angles, the pouch wants to, like, I don't know, kind of tilt back. It's an absolute pain to get this in, so what I end up doing pretty much is just kind of throwing it in there sideways like this, and I usually hang my keg sprayer off of this. But you know, just for the time being, I got my red line extractor in here because I had a real small window that this deal wouldn't work with. But you know, I did end up grabbing one of my Easy Reach Ultras and just tuck it in this front pouch here. That way, in case you got to touch up a corner or an edge or whatever. This kind of works, kind of doesn't work for the pins, or for the marker in your knives. I say kind of doesn't because it's not really quite long enough. But, you know, you can, if you just need it for a second, you can just kind of put it on this one that goes all the way through. That way you don't have to sit there and try to dig it back out. I have another blade in here somewhere, another, you know, knife holder, blade holder, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna have to find it. Must be in the box somewhere. But for what I spent on it, it'll work. I'm hoping that it'll kind of loosen up a little bit over time. But you know, that's neither here nor there, I guess. Just kind of show you in here. You know, like I kind of talked about. You know, I got my tack cloth in here. Got my spare little foot. Got my carbon scraper, my Triumph scraper. You know, scrub pad, tape measure, all that stuff. So it's really handy. You know, spare heat gun, spare stuff, tools if I need them. What's really super nice about this is, you know, just throw this in here. Now let's say I need to do a mobile job, but it's cars. Not flat glass. Just grab my car pouch with all my car toolkit, you know, all the stuff that I use in there. Shut the lid. She's ready to roll. So overall, man, I'm really happy with it. I like that these handles come out. I don't really use them without the keg in there. I myself can personally pretty easily just take that keg out, and I can lift that whole kit by these top handles right here into my 4Runner and lift it back out. So basically I'll throw this in first, tuck it out of the way into the corner, throw the whole thing up in there. And you know, when I get where I'm going, it's just the exact opposite. I have been told that they make hooks, like special 3D printed hooks or whatever, to where I could hook my film boxes on there. I think that would be pretty slick. I did throw one on here, like across this way, and even without this jug in here, it kind of got lopsided on me. I imagine if it was like a 20 or like a 24-inch roll, it'd probably work better than like a 36. But I mean, pretty much everything in one trip, because you can roll that and carry your towels or carry your film, whichever, and then, you know, just basically a second trip if need be for, you know, your microfibers and all that stuff. So like I said, pretty slick. I like it. I'll probably touch base with you guys here in a few months, see what's changed, what I like, what I don't like. Thanks guys for watching. See you on the next one.